guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited because today we're doing a full face of nothing but my favorite makeup discoveries of 2018. And it's all drugstore. It's all drugstore makeup. So last week I did a video talking about like my ultimate 2018 discovery, favorites, and I did a full face. So I picked like one for each category, like lips, cheeks, like blush, bronzer, like all of that kind of thing. And I'm not gonna lie, there were like 2 or 3 drugstore products in there, but it was mostly high end. And I asked you guys on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook if you guys wanted me to just do an exclusive just drugstore version of that video, and you guys said yes, and a lot of you guys really wanted to see it, so that's what we're doing today. This is only drugstore products, and as in like drugstore prices as well. Some of them aren't at Walmart or Target, but you can get them online for really affordable. So I'm really excited to share them with you guys. I'm gonna show them to you. We're gonna go through and do this whole makeup look that I hope you guys really love, and it's just gonna be lots of fun. Also, you guys, if you like drugstore videos, make sure you give me a big old fat thumbs up and I'll know, and I'll try to do more drugstore videos. Also, you guys, tomorrow is the first day of concealer week. Cinco días de concealer. 5 days of concealer in a row. We're starting it tomorrow, so make sure that you're subscribed, make sure that notification bell is smashed, because you want to know exactly the moment that that video comes up so you can start concealer week with me. 6:30 Eastern time, standard time, Eastern time, whatever. That's when my videos go up, and it's gonna be nothing but concealers for a whole week. So it's gonna be really fun. So anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoy this video, and let's get started. Okay, so we are going to be starting out with the brows because I cannot do my makeup without my brows being pretty much done. So that's what we're going to start with. And my favorite brow product was actually a surprise. I've tried a lot of brow products. I loved the LA Girl one for a while. I loved the L'Oreal one for a while. But when I discovered this one, this is like my perfect brow pencil. High-end or drugstore perfect brow pencil. This is the Colourpop Brow Boss, and I have the shade dark brown, and I absolutely love this. It is the perfect consistency. It is a teeny tiny micro brow pencil. It has enough stiffness that it's not gonna break on you. I hate when these little pencils are too soft and they just break, and then I just wasted all of that product because I can't stick it back in there and I can't use it. So it's stiff enough to do that, and to give you actual precise lines without it kind of like mushing together and warming up too much to the skin and making it look like not like precise brow hairs, like teeny tiny thin brow hairs. That's kind of what I want. I want it to look very natural, not drawn in, and I just love this. But it definitely has a lot of pigmentation to it, so it's not hard to use. I don't have to be pressing super hard on my brows. It's just so great, and it's so cheaply priced, so I absolutely love this to death. See what I'm talking about? Like, it just gives me the best little line. And the LA Girl one was great. I mean, the L'Oreal one, they're great, but nothing is as easy to work with and as like gives you that realistic brow hairs as this pencil. So there we go, my brows are done. I did talk about this in the other video, but this is just my absolute favorite drugstore brow gel ever. The NYX Control Freak is just so good. So I'm gonna quickly apply that, make sure my brows are in place. This is like my ultimate favorite brow product. Moving on, we're gonna start with the eyes, and we're gonna create some sort of look with the eyes. I don't have my favorite eyeshadow primer from the drugstore. I just have this one, which is my favorite. It's the Luscious Angel Eyes. It's just so good. So I'm gonna put that on to prime. My 2 favorite eyeshadow palettes for 2018 drugstore. I mentioned this last time, the Emily Edits Revolution palette. I'm not gonna lie, I've just used this all the time. I have this on my vanity and I use this so much, and you can get so many different looks. The Colourpop Casting Lights, the Zodiac palette is so good, so amazing, totally worth the money, and there's just some fun colors in here, and it's a great drugstore palette. Any Colourpop palettes are just really, really good, and I really love them. So I think I might just mix into both of these. I mean, in the last video I talked about the Morphe Jaclyn Hill, the Vault. That one is like my ultimate. I've been using it so much. I just can't deny that I just love that one so much. But I thought I would give you guys other options, and I'd kind of dig into these other palettes here. So I'm going to start by getting into the Taurus right here. And the reason I love Colourpop so much is because their shadows are super soft and pigmented, and I never have trouble blending anything out. Like, there's never a problem. There's never, you never hear about like Colourpop palettes being like patchy or that they just are terrible. Colourpop is just a very good brand, and even though you can't find it at the drugstore, you can get it online for cheaper than any drugstore palette. I would never go to Walmart or Target and get an eyeshadow palette unless it was like Pixie. The other brands are just, they don't have good eyeshadow palettes. They're definitely lacking. I could even like just stop there and I'd be so happy. Okay, I'm gonna get into Midwest, one of my favorite shadows from this palette, and I'm gonna put it all over the lid, just the lid. It's like more, it's like warmer than the Taurus shade. And I'm doing this with a blending brush because I want it to be like faded and like messy. You definitely can pack it on with an eyeshadow brush. Then I'm going to get into Top Story, which is one of my favorite golds from this palette, onto an eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to just put that on top. This is the Virgo. And I'm going to put that super close to the lashes. Okay, my favorite retractable liners though are the LA Girl Endless line. They're just really, really, really good. This is the color, and they have multiple colors. I have so many of these, but this one here is called Copper, and I'm putting that in the lower lashes, or the lower, the waterline. I'm just gonna do a random one on the top, like a black one. Underneath the brow, I'm getting into the cream right here. In the inner corner, I'm gonna go into Oh Heavens. And I'll probably go over that with something else, but I wanted to put something down. If I was putting on mascara, this would be my favorite. I'm not putting on mascara today, but I'll share this with you guys. It's the Gigi Hadid collaboration she did with Maybelline, and you can still find this on Amazon. I'll try to link it down below for you guys. I won't try, I will. I'll link it down below for you guys. But I love this one because it makes my lashes so fluffy, and I do use the primer side. So on one side there's a primer with fibers that you don't have to use if you don't want to. Not primer, it's a fiber. They're fibers. And then you have your mascara portion. I love the mascara by itself, but also with the fibers, these are really, really good. They don't drop and go into my eyes. It's just really, really nice. I do one coat of mascara, one coat of fiber, then one coat of mascara, and I don't have a problem with my contacts that I've found, unless you like rub your eyes, but rubbing your eyes anyways will get mascara into your eyes. So keep that in mind. So I really, really love this. It's my absolute favorite and I recommend it. And the fact that you can still find it on Amazon is so great. So I'll link it. Pop some lashes on. Koko lashes, the Risques are my favorites. I don't have that one with me. I only have 9 to 5. So these are the ones I'm going to put on. And these are definitely drugstore priced. The Risques are like, the Risques or Risque, those ones that I will link below are like $5 maybe. So they're affordable and I consider them drugstore. So that's my favorite lash of all time. So I'm putting this one on for now. So those are the 9 to 5. These are some of my favorite besides the Risque ones, these are really nice and like fluffy and just like beautiful. So there's that. Okay, so we can now start with the face. So my #1 primer that I just love from the drugstore this year and I discovered, and it's just been such a lifesaver for multiple foundations that I thought wouldn't fit my skin well because they were matte. I can wear them because of this. This is the City Color Primer Oil. I'll link it below. You can get it off of Amazon. Super easy on Amazon Prime. It's very, very, very affordable. I mean, it's City Color. Super affordable. And it is just so good. It says it's non-greasy, it smooths and softens, and it's vitamin enriched. And it smells like sexy men. And I say that every single time, but it seriously does. It smells like my husband. Like, that's how sexy it smells. So good, but it's not too overpowering, and it's oily, but it's like runny too, so it's smoothing. It's not like super oily or greasy or anything like that. So I really, really love it. It's so great, and I can wear my Rainforest Tarte Drop Foundation because, is it the Rainforest Tarte? The Tarte one that you drop wear, I can wear that because of this primer. And the foundation I'm going to wear with it today, I don't have to have this primer, but with this primer and this foundation mixed together, that combination is so freaking gorgeous. And this is such a cheap, I'm going to use the word cheap because it really is cheap, a freaking beautiful face. Like, this is such a good combination and so affordable. So I specifically love this for the winter time, but because this primer oil is so thin and it's not super oily or dewy, even though it is an oil primer, I can wear this in the summertime as well. And I actually wear it with that Tarte one all the time in the summertime, and it looks really good and it doesn't break down my foundation. But if you do have oily skin and you're trying to try a primer oil, I would suggest this one as well because it's the less, it's like the primer, this is the only primer oil I've tried that I think could work with oily skin, maybe if you set it really well. So if you did want to try something and you have oily skin and you want to try a primer oil, I would try this one because all the other ones that I've tried are super dewy and would definitely just add to your oil, I feel like. But this is a really good one. So the foundation, dun dun dun, are you ready? The foundation, the best 2018 drugstore foundation. If you've been watching these year favorites, Flower Beauty, the Light Illusion foundation has been mentioned in almost every single video for drugstore because it is so freaking good. It is so beautiful, and I definitely recommend that 100%. It is my favorite of all time drugstore foundation. That one is my absolute favorite because the color is beautiful, it matches me really well, and it looks so good. It gives me so much coverage without being drying on my skin. It's like dewy and fresh and beautiful. Packaging is gorgeous, so that one is my #1 favorite from the drugstore of all time. But since that one's mentioned so much, I have another one that's like runner-up, like a discovery that just is so amazing that I wanted to share with you guys. It's the LA Color Truly Matte Long Wearing High Pigment Foundation. This foundation is like $5. It is so good. The downside is the color selection isn't the best, but hopefully they kind of expand that. And the packaging is cheap. That's probably why it's so like inexpensive. It's plastic, it's cheapies, but it is so good, so beautiful, so flawless. And this combination with a priming oil, whether it's this one or the Revolution one, is amazing. It looks so good on the skin. So this is the foundation I'm going to use. I mixed the two shades medium beige and golden beige. Golden beige is really golden. Medium beige, it's kind of like neutral with a little bit of gray in there. So mixing these together gets my absolute best shade. But if you're definitely more golden but around my same skin shade, I would definitely go with golden beige. And if you're a little bit more neutral, I would go with medium beige. So you can find these at the Dollar General or online. I will link them online. But oh my gosh, I love them so much. And I'm going to put a little bit of this concealer underneath to try to help conceal this craziness. So my favorite concealer from the drugstore, even though I haven't really liked any of them, this is probably the only one that I tried 2018, well, is the Flower Beauty one. And the only trouble with this one is that I got the darker shade for when I'm tan. So I have M3 to M4 medium honey. So I'm gonna use this for my face just because it's orange and hopefully it'll cancel out the bruising. A lot of people love the Colourpop one, you guys, and that one's good. sorta. The only trouble with that one is that the two shades I got oxidized so bad that I can't wear them. I cannot wear them. They oxidize so bad, and it's just, when that happens, it just makes me so frustrated. I don't even want to continue to try it. I got two really light shades. Like, I got one that's supposed to be, and I got their suggestions. So one that's supposed to be light for underneath the eyes. I got medium 26, and then I got medium dark 32 for my face, and they oxidize so much that I cannot even use this underneath my eyes. It's just so bad. So I don't even use these Colourpop ones. I don't think it's worth it for that reason alone. My favorite sponge from the drugstore, LA Girl sponge. It's so good, so soft. It just expands, so affordable. It doesn't soak up too much makeup. So I'm gonna be using this sponge right now, and it's a really good sponge. So it's not too dark. Like, I could definitely wear this like all over the face and it'll match like my neck, but definitely a little bit on the darker side. This does have a lot of coverage, guys, but the bruising is so hard to cover. Okay, so I'm gonna mix both of these. All right, so I'm gonna start blending out. You can see I kind of mixed it in the back of my hand there. I have a full review on this if you're curious. Just spreads so good, lasts all day. Great if you live somewhere humid, like in the winter, summertime. And then with a primer oil in the wintertime, just looks so good. The best powders, hands down, that I've tried, and I'm pretty sure this was 2018. I don't know, was it? Was it 2018? I am not sure. But this is the Wet n Wild pressed powder, Photo Focus pressed powder. So freaking good. I have, what shades do I have here? This one is Warm Beige for all over the face, and I've literally hit pan. If you have dry skin, this is gonna be your powder. I've hit pan, it's so good. Even with matte foundations, if you put a small layer, it's beautiful. It's beautiful on the skin. And then we have Neutral Beige for underneath the eyes. So these are my two favorite. So I'm gonna put this lightly underneath the eyes, not like I really need a lot under there, but I just thought I would put a little bit under there just in case. It just like smooths everything, and I'm gonna do a light layer of this, like super light, because you don't need powder with this foundation. It pretty much sets. I shouldn't have put powder on, but luckily I didn't put it on too much over here. Okay guys, this is my favorite. Let's contour first. Let's bronze first. Okay, this is my favorite bronzer slash contour. This is the LA Color Illuminating Skin Enhancer. I am so glad I found these. These are so good. I think these are better than the Cover FX ones. They're just so good, so gorgeous, so flawless, and I absolutely love them. So I just put a drop in the back of my hand, and this one's in Sun Goddess, which is so beautiful. So I just put a drop in the back of my hand for like this color, and I'll just go in with my blender here, and I'll just use it to like give me some glow, some bronze. So gorgeous. And they have all different kinds. They have a great highlighter ones, they have one that's like a blush color, and I use these all the time, especially for like no makeup days. Just putting a little bit, and I find the sponge works great, your fingers work great, just so gorgeous. I love it. And it's not like there's no glitter in there, it's just a beautiful sheen, like beautiful, just gorgeous sheen. This is my favorite contour. I mentioned before, and I'm going to mention again, this is my favorite contour palette of all time. I love this shade and this shade to contour if I want to be warm, or these two to contour and this to bronze. So gorgeous. BH Cosmetic contour palette. This one is the Studio Pro contour palette, because I know they have another one as well, but they don't have multiple shades of this particular one. This one's just so good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do some contouring. And let's talk about blushes. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'll give you two options. This one's the Revolution Makeup Obsessions. So this is one that you can find on the Revolution website, and I will link it below. And it's from Makeup Obsessions. I don't know if they're like a parent company or if that's just like another brand, but this literally costed like maybe $1, $2. And this one is in the shade Honey. It is the most gorgeous peachy orangey blush I've ever tried in my whole life. It is so beautiful. You can actually snap these little babies out. I'm not sure if they're magnetized. This one is almost the same. This one has more pink. This is more orangey. You can see there. This one is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Blush in Just Curious. Such a beautiful peachy blush, and I love it so much. If you can't find this one, or don't want to order something from there, from Revolution, I totally understand. This one's one you can just find at the drugstore. So I'm going to put this on all over the face. Not all over the face. Well, basically all over the face. They also have different colors too. If you're not like a peachy girl, if you don't like the peach, I understand. Well, I don't agree, but I understand. I love peachy blushes. So much that I put it all over my face so I look like a peach queen. And it has a beautiful like gold sheen to it that's just so gorgeous. So there we go. Alright, I need to stop being like a weirdo. Okay. I'm going to finish the eyes real quick by just adding the Taurus messily underneath the lashes, and then a really up close and personal to the lash line, the Virgo. That's what we're going to do. Why did I even say that? Up close and personal to the lashes. That did not make sense at all. If you're wondering what my best brush discovery of 2018, it's this one. It is for Drugstore. It is the AOA Studio brush kit, and it comes in like a little like traveling case. I think they're just eye brushes. So good. $10, you guys, and they're really good quality. AOA, so good on the Miss A website. So I'll try to link those below. Highlight of 2018. You're gonna get tired of hearing me say that. All right, best highlight. I'm not gonna lie. This Colourpop on the Cusp Super Shock Cheek. It is so good, and it's one of my favorites. I used it so much this year. They did, so Colourpop came out with the Zodiac and then came out with this as well. This is part of that collection, as well as the What's Your Sign lipstick that I mentioned in the other video, in the like high-end, more high-end one. That's one of the drugstore things I mentioned, is that lipstick. I'm obsessed with it. But this came out together. So this is on the Cusp. So good. You can use your fingers, and I've seen this on light skin and deeper skin, and it's gorgeous. So don't be nervous. I know it's gold, but it is so beautiful. And you can even, if you're really light and you find that it's not a good highlight for you, you can even put it on top of blush and it will look stunning. It is so good. I'm also gonna put this in the inner corners for sure. Let's spray the face. This is the Milani Make It Last. It's just the best setting spray out there. I know it has alcohol in it. Don't use it all the time, but it really is good, and it's so flawless. For some reason, and it smells amazing. For some reason, guys, I always get one with a wonky spray. Always. And it makes me want to kind of take that out and put it in a different spray bottle, because the spray sucks. But I'm not gonna lie, this combination, the primer, the foundation, and the spray, such a good combination. I love it. Let's talk about favorite drugstore lipstick finds. Besides the What's Your Sign from Colourpop that I mentioned in the other video, this one is definitely so, it was like I almost chose these because I use these so much and I love them. They're the Revolution Pro Supreme Matte Lip Pigments. Again, you can find them on the Revolution website, the same website where you find this one, not the USA one, just the general one, and I'll link it below. These are so long lasting, they're so beautiful. I have the driest, crackliest, ugliest lips in the whole world, and these still look bomb and good, and I love these so much. And they have every color you can possibly imagine. So amazing. So I have 3 colors here. The one I'm gonna wear is Inconspicuous, which is a bright orangey red. I need to get more reds. I just need to grab them all. This one here is Semblance, so I'll swatch this one. This one is like a cooler mauve-y, so if you like the mauves, you're gonna like Semblance. There's Semblance. Then this one is Pretense, which is like a cooler brown. I have more in there, but I just took these three out because they're great. And then the one I'm gonna wear is Inconspicuous. So I'm gonna put that on right now. And once these set, guys, they're so wonderful. Love them so much. So it takes a couple seconds or like a minute or so to kind of really set. So, okay, so I'm basically done. This is how the makeup look came out, and this is all Drugstore. Is that so crazy? And a lot of this is really, really cheap, like $5, like super affordable makeup. So it's really, really cool. I hope you guys liked seeing my 2018 discoveries. If you guys followed me throughout the year, thank you so much. You guys are so amazing and sweet, and I love reading your comments. Please comment in this video and tell me like your favorite discoveries, your favorite makeup, tell me where you're from, tell me how your holidays were, tell me your New Year resolutions, what do you want to accomplish in this 2019 year. I have a feeling that this year is going to be just an amazing, great year, and I hope that it is just full of just lots of fun memories, especially here on YouTube and just in my shop, and like I just hope it's really like it's a good year. So I love you guys. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for concealer, the first day of concealer week. It's a good one. It's a new Drugstore one, and it's a freaking bomb concealer. So make sure that you come back for tomorrow's video. I love you guys. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys.